How y'all doing, man? It's your boy Rel. I'm back with another video after 3 or 4 years. Yeah, man. I just wanted to update everybody on my progress as far as my recovery from opiate addiction. Yeah, I mean it's been a while. I mean it's still a struggle. You know what I mean? You guys know how it is, man. You guys know um, being an addict is a never-ending battle. I mean, I'm gonna be an addict for the rest of my life. We all are. You know what I mean? It's just want to give you guys an update. I got a lot of comments on that. Man, that one video I did got probably like 9,000 views. Just people going through the same shit that we all going through. You know, battling addiction. That shit is hard, man. That video was probably about 4 years ago. And it was a video I was discussing. You know, I was trying to get clean off of the perks and shit, perks, opiates, the oxys, the fentanyl, whatever, like whatever I could find, heroin, whatever it was that I could find to get high off of, that gave me that opiate high, I would do it. But my video was it was, you know, kind of, I was detoxing myself, and I was on like my third day, and the withdrawals was kind of like going off, and I was feeling good. But that was like 4 years ago, and since then, I mean, you know how I go. I've been on and off of them again. You know what I mean? But right now I'm clean. It's a good thing. You know what I mean? I'm clean, and I mean, I feel good. You know, it's just kind of finding your purpose. You know, you gotta. I learned that when you're trying to beat addiction, you can't just stop something and just leave a void there. Can't just leave it voided. You gotta fill it with something else. And you know, I kind of found that, and I'm gonna get into my story. So, you know what I mean, and update y'all guys on what's going on with me. So after that video, that I posted probably about 3 or 4 years ago, I keep saying that I think I was clean for maybe 6 months, not even. And you know how I go. I slowly start to progress back into addiction. You know what I mean? Popping perks every once in a while, and then you know, do it on the weekend. You know how I go. You start off, maybe I can just do it one time. You want to get that feeling back. You want to, whatever that first feeling was. You remember that first feeling when for the first time you took opiates? Maybe not the first time, because the first time you probably, you know, threw your whole fucking life up, threw up everything in your body. But the second time, when it kind of like you got used to the feeling, and you know you pop a pill, you probably chilling with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever. You know what I mean, whatever your thing is, and you know you pop a pill or a two, whatever you do, and you y'all fuck or whatever. Y'all have sex, and it's probably like the best sex you ever had in your entire life. And afterwards, you just land there, and then the highs start to kick in, and you feel like your body is fucking warm and floating. It feel like a big ass fucking hug. I wanted that feeling back. That's what always get me, trying to remember that, trying to get that feeling back, and that's what always, you know, loops me back into addiction. You know what I mean? And of course, so after 6 months, I started popping a little bit here and there, and I kind of kept it under control. And you know, I was able to only do it on the weekends, and what is that? Like the shit happened to all of us, like it always happens. It slowly progressed into 2 days a week, then you're doing it 3 days a week, then you're doing it the whole week, and then before you know it, faster than the last time, you back into full blown active addiction. And you know that's what happened. um, and that's been happening time and time again over the last 4 years. I think my last video was in 2017. It's 2021 now, and I'm still I'm off the boat right now. I'm back in sobriety. I'm sober right now, but yeah, it's been a long journey. It's been a long journey. Um, some some high notes. I got married in February of 2019. You know what I mean? I got married to my girl, and We've been married almost 2 years now. Um, I had a daughter, another daughter. My oldest daughter she'll be 12 in July. Um, my baby girl just had her first birthday, May the 10th. And, oh my God, she's just, I don't know. It's something about this time around that's, I don't know, it's different. When I was younger, I had my first daughter. I was 21 when I had my first baby, and I was still a kid. I thought I was grown, like we all do. We all think we're grown at 21, but I was still a baby. So I didn't do everything I was supposed to do in the way that I was supposed to do it with my first daughter. I was always a good dad. Always there for my kids, but I lacked in a lot of places, in a lot of areas in fatherhood, and I I was always there for her. I mean, we got a great relationship. I was never absent from her life, but just with me, me and my struggles and my addiction, like I said, I lacked in a lot of areas of fatherhood, and I'm making up for it now with my second kid. I'm glad I got a second chance to get it right this time and do it the right way. This time I'm married with a baby. Everything is under my household. My first child, she didn't live with me. She lived with her mom, and we weren't married. And it was just typical nigga shit. You know what I mean? Not nigga shit, but typical. I don't know. I guess typical nigga shit. But now, I'm married. Me and my wife, got our kid. I don't work for nobody no more. Oh my God, thank God, I found like a outlet to, put my energy into it, and that's what I wanted to get into with this video. Like with when you get rid of when you try to kick an addiction or kick something, you can't just leave it a void. You can't leave it like a voided area in your life. You gotta fill it with something. And over the last few years with me going in and out of addiction and relapsing and getting clean, relapsing, getting clean, relapsing, getting clean, like over and over again, I kind of, I found, I tapped into like what I think my passion really is, and I learned how to cut hair, and I'm a barber now. Thank God, I don't have to work for nobody no more. I think that was adding to me wanting to get high all the time because I just couldn't stand having to get up every morning. I used to work at this place. I was there for like the last 3 or 4 years, and my schedule was 6 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, and oh my God, I tell you how miserable I was, man. Having to get up at 5 o'clock every morning, go to some place making money for somebody else, miserable, not happy. I think that was a part of why I kept relapsing. I think, and that along with other issues that I got, not being sure of myself and my father and not being there and all that type of shit. But I think that was a big reason why I kept relapsing. But now I'm a barber, full-time barber. You know what I mean? I make my own schedule. I work when I want to. If I don't feel like working that day, I just don't work. And everybody that I had, and if I had appointments lined up for that day, I just tell them to come the next day, and I don't miss no money. And it's been good for me. I'm really truly happy, and I think that's why I've been able to stay sober now. I've been sober for probably like, I'll say the last 3 months. No, March, April. Yeah, like the last two or 3 months I've been sober, and I feel good about this time. You know what I mean? I can't say that I won't relapse again, but I can say that I'm happy now, and I'm still fighting, and I'm still trying, and I'm still here. But the story I want to get into, for real, is what got me to this point. Like I said, since my last video, I got clean, relapse, got clean, relapse. Countless times. I don't remember how many times this done happened, but this last time, it was different from me. It was real different because um um so not a this guy I know, I was getting pills from him, and I don't know what the prices are for perks and shit, and all like the opiates and oxys and all that where y'all are, but where I'm at in the Philadelphia area, um, the prices are fucking sky high right now. Like I don't know how people in active addiction. Well, I I've done it, so I do know how. But it's just like it's crazy to think the amount of money that you spend on the shit, on these fucking pills, on a pill that you don't even get high off the shit no more. You know what I mean? Like Percocets. When I was growing up, to get a perk 10, it was like $5 or $6. Right now, to get a perk 10 is $25, $30 for one perk 10. So, and that's only a 10, and it's $25. 15s is like $30, $40. So a 30, people paying like $60 for one perk 30. I can take 5 perk 30s in a day. You know what I mean? It was a time when I was them little pink 10s and shit. I was taking those. I could take like 20 of those in a day. I can get 5 of them and then not feel a thing. I could take 5 perk 10s and not feel nothing. Snort 3 of them, pop another 3 and not really feel nothing. And I'm spending $25 a piece on them motherfuckers. It's just like it's like a no win situation. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm babbling. But anyway, this last go round, this guy I know, he had like the school bus, the white school bus perk that say M325 on them, or like the yellow ones that say M, whatever they say on them. It say perk that said 10/325. He had those, but he was only selling them for $10. I'm like, oh shit, like it's a good price. But he said, look, these is not real perks. They didn't come from the pharmacy. They press pills. Somebody made them with, I'm not really sure what he made them with. And I'm like, but he said it's cool. I've been taking them. You know, I get high off of a couple of them. It's not really. You don't have to take too many to get high. You know, they safe. You know, just don't go too crazy with them. Just pop a couple of them. So I was grabbing them off of them, for like on and off for the last year, and they was cheaper. So I can get like 2 or 3 perk 10s and be cool. And after a while, he came around. Like the 10s wasn't really doing nothing for me, so he was like, I got some 30s, and they was only $30. They not 60 like the real ones. He was like, they depressed Jones, but I got some 30s. I give it to you for $30, $25 a piece. I'm like, cool. So I was on them for a little bit, and like they was fucking me up. I'm not gonna lie, they was smacking me. They had me dozing off and nodding out, and my wife was scared. She didn't know what was going on with me. She knew I was back in addiction. I was denying it, and you know how the whole thing go. And I was like, damn, I'm taking these Jones. I'm cool, but I'm spending all of my, like, I'm back into it. I'm spending all of my money on them. My wife know what's going on. She not stupid. I'm denying it. I'm still working. I'm still cutting hair, but at this point, I'm basically just cutting hair to get high. You know what I mean? Every little thing I make enough to, give my wife a little something on the bills, but for the most part, she carrying the load, and I'm getting high with the rest of the shit. But maybe like around March, like maybe like almost 2 weeks before my birthday, I'll be like, I can't keep doing this. Like, how I kind of like come to my right mind, and I gotta do something. I gotta stop. So I usually always keep some Suboxone just in the tuck. You know what I mean? Not to take them or anything, just to have. So in case I don't have pills, I don't have perks, or I don't have if I don't have money to get high. If I don't want to go through like the withdrawals and stuff, I take a couple Suboxone, and over a couple days, take some Suboxone just to get me through until I get some money to get some perks, or just so I won't feel the the withdrawals and shit, so I can keep functioning between me not having pills. You know what I mean? So this last time, like around March something, when like I said, a couple weeks before my birthday, I'm like, I can't keep doing this. You know what I mean? I had a couple Suboxone in the stash, so I'm like, all right, I had these pressed 30s that I had. I've been popping them, and you know, like I said, they've been fucking me up. Get me super fucking high, but I felt my body like changing. I didn't feel healthy. I felt like something was like happening that didn't usually happen, and I know it was because of these pressed pills that wasn't real. These pills made on the street. You know what I mean? I knew they was doing it to me. Like I felt like my heart wasn't, my breathing was off, and you know I was sleeping weird, and I couldn't, you know, I would wake up in the middle of the night gasping for air. Like it was something going on. Like they was doing something to me. Mind you, I was popping these and snorting these, so like who knows what the fuck that shit was doing to my body. But it was a Sunday. I usually go to work on a Sunday. I work at the barber shop from Tuesday to Sunday. And, you know, Sundays I'm in the shop by myself. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to work. Usually I wake up in the morning, you know, snort my pill, pop my pill, whatever, get ready to go to work. When I get to work, I'm there by myself on Sundays. It's just me cutting in the barber shop on Sunday. And, you know, so I get there and I get high while I'm at work, pop pills, snort in the bathroom, whatever. So I'm like, this is the last day I'm doing it. I only had like 2 left. So I'm like, I'm going to finish these 2 off. I'm going to take my Suboxone and I'm going to finish these 2 pills off. I'm going to take my Suboxone and, you know, take the Suboxone slowly over a couple of days. And once it's gone, I'm going to just be sober. I'm not doing nothing else. I'm back to being sober. So I had the 1 pill before I left for work. And then when I got to work at the barbershop, I, you know, went in the bathroom throughout the day. You know, just crushed up a pill, and throughout the day, snorted a little bit of it throughout the day, just to, you know, get me going, just to, you know, have a last hurrah or whatever. And I'm like, cool, it's going. I'm like, all right, so why I did this, I don't know, because I usually can do it, but I didn't know that these new type of pills, these new street pills, it made a difference. Usually I can take a Percocet in the early part of the day, and during the later part of the day, when I start to feel a little withdrawal going, I can take a Suboxone and be cool. But that was true when the perks were real. But with these fake Jones, you know, it did something because I took them too close together. So I left work around 2 o'clock. I got home around 3. I'm like, all right, why I took the Suboxone so close to me taking my last dose of these street Percocets, I don't know, but I did it and I paid for it. I took the Suboxone when I got home, laid down, right, and I took a whole Suboxone. Why? I don't know. I wasn't in my right mind. What the fuck was I thinking? Now that I'm thinking about it. So look, when I got home, I took the Suboxone, right? Laid down a whole Suboxone on my way home from work. And then when I got home, I had another little half of the strip. I took that also, right? Like, I think I could have killed myself. I don't fucking know, but I think I almost did. But so I goes to lay down, right? Just to, you know, kind of sleep it off and, you know, get myself together. You know what I mean? Because I felt the withdrawals going on. For some reason with these street press pills, the withdrawals, they came a little faster than taking regular perks. You know what I mean? I can take the pills early in the day, and then by almost the end of the day, I was withdrawing. With Percocets, it would take at least a day or 2 for the withdrawals to start coming on. But with these joints, it came on faster. So, like I said, I took the other Suboxone around 3, the half of it, and then I laid down. So I'm laying down, I'm sleeping, right? You know how you in and out of your sleep. You in and out of your sleep. And so I'm like, I hear the TV. Like, you can hear the TV, you can hear what's going on around you, but you're still kind of in the sleep. Like, you're in that in-between thing. So I'm like, I'm laying down, but I can hear everything that's going on. I'm holding my wife because she laid down with me. I can hear everything that's going on, but I'm still kind of in and out of sleep. So I start to feel this dizziness going on in my brain. Like, I'm laying down, my eyes closed, but I can feel like it's going like it's throbbing in and out, like I'm dizzy. You feel me? Like, right, like I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So for some reason, I wakes up in a panic, like, like I wake up like, and I grab for a big gasp of air, like, like, like I wasn't breathing in my sleep or something. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I hops up, my legs, I can't feel my fucking legs. My legs is like sleep, or I don't know if they was sleep because my body was still asleep. So like I was up in my mind. You know how you like lucid dreaming? I think I was up in my mind, but my body was asleep. I hopped up so fast I couldn't walk. I couldn't feel my fucking legs. So I get up, I'm stumbling, I'm gasping for air, I'm breathing like crazy. My wife is like, what the fuck is going on? Are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know, like is something wrong? So I'm like, Bree, I'm like, it's something, like, I think I'm dying. Like, what the fuck? I think I'm having a heart attack. Am I having a stroke? Am I having, like, a respiratory failure? Like, I think I was dying in my sleep or something because I took the pills and the Suboxone too close together. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So the room is fucking spinning. The shit is spinning. I'm like, I can't breathe. I'm walking around the house trying to get my fucking footing together because I can't feel my fucking legs. And my wife is like, are you all right? Like, she's like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm good, babe. Because I couldn't, whole time my wife, she think I'm sober. Like, I've been getting high for like the last month or two. And my wife think I'm sober. So I can't say I took pills and this is what happened. So I can't really tell her what's going on. I'm just like, I'm good. Just, give me a second to get myself together. I woke up and I told her I was having a nightmare. And, I'm just trying to get myself together. So she like, all right, cool. So so she gets up, she like, are you all right? So I goes in the bathroom just to try to sit and get myself together. So I'm in the bathroom, I close the door, I look at myself in the mirror like, yo, like, you done did it now, boy. What the fuck did you do? Like, I'm looking, you know how you talk to yourself in the mirror? Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? I think you done did too much this time, bro. I think you about to die. So I'm like, I start to panic. You know what I mean? And my wife like, you all right in there? She was like, babe, I'm about to. So I sit in there. I'm in there for like a half hour. So I didn't want my wife to know what was going on. You know what I mean? So I'm in there for like a half hour. I end up turning the shower on. I'm like, maybe I just need to wake myself up. So I hops in the shower. I'm in there for like another 20 minutes. So I've been in the bathroom for like an hour. So my wife is like, babe, I'm about to run to Walmart. You know what I mean? Do you need anything? I'm like, nah, babe, go ahead. Mind you, the whole time, at the time she was like 6, 7, or 8 months. My baby girl is in her crib sleep. So I'm like, oh fuck, she about to leave me here with this baby. I think I'm about to die. This is the last thing I need from my wife to go out to Walmart, come back and I'm dead, the baby crying. Like, this would be just like a bad scene. So so she goes to Walmart. So I try to get myself together. I take a shower. Like, I feel like I gotta shit. I feel like I really gotta shit. So I goes to sit on the toilet. I'm shitting. I'm sweating. I'm cold. Then I'm hot. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I hop back in the shower. My wife come home. I'm like, if something happened to me, like if I end up dying, I can't like just die and my wife not know what's going on. So when she get back from Walmart, I hear my daughter start to wake up. I didn't even go in there to get her because she just was in there chilling, making noise, playing with her, whatever. So I'm like, I'll just leave her in there until my wife come back because I'm not in a state to really care for the baby right now. Like, if I see my daughter while I'm like this, I might even have more of a panic attack. And I just don't. I'm gonna just wait for my wife to come back from Walmart. So when she get back from Walmart, when she come in the door, I'm like, babe, I gotta tell you something. She like, what, babe? And I'm like, I let her know, like, I've been popping pills for the last month. I took a Suboxone too. I think it's something wrong. I need to go to the ER. And I mean, it was just like, it was like the worst feeling ever. I start to throw up. So she like, she breaks down because she thinking that I was clean the whole time, but I wasn't. You know what I mean? She breaks down, she crying, and like, you lied to me, and like, it was just like, I felt like shit. I felt like this small, but at the same time, I'm panicking because I'm thinking I'm about to die. Like, I'm thinking there's something seriously wrong. So she gets because it's not like we can just run out the door, like, you know what I mean? Because we got this baby. So she got to get the baby together, change her, feed her, get her clothes because it's cold outside, and I'm like, I'm short of breath, I can barely breathe. And she like, all right, let's go. So we hops in the car on our way to the hospital, um, to the medical aid unit, because we can't afford to go to the emergency room. We went to two medical aid units. Both of them said, well, one was closed. The second one we got to, they said, I explained to them what was going on. She was like, well, if you're having trouble breathing, there's really not much we can do for you here. You're going to have to go to the ER anyway. So this whole time, I'm like, oh my God, I can't breathe. I'm about to pass the fuck out and die. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh my God, we got to go to the next spot. I'm sweating bullets. I feel a mess. I'm sick to my stomach. I got a shit. I'm throwing up. I'm nauseous. And it just was like a horrible feeling. You know what I mean? And I got this fucking mask on my face. So I'm breathing hot ass air back into my lung. It was just so horrible. You know what I mean? It was just the worst feeling ever. You know what I mean? So my wife drops me off at the ER. You know what I mean? I go to the guy. I explain, I waited there for, and he took all my vitals and shit, and I was cool, but I'm like, it's something serious, there's something going on with me. So I ended up being there for like 8 fucking hours. So if I was going to die, I just was going to die in the fucking waiting room, because the hospital took fucking 8 hours to see me. So when they finally came to see me, they took my blood just to see what was going on with me. And it comes to find out the pills that I was taking, it had fentanyl in them. And the fentanyl and Suboxone was in my system, but because I took the fentanyl and the Suboxone too close together, it sent me into a immediate fucking withdrawal, whatever it's called. Is like when you take the two shits too close together, it send you into like a crazy, like the worst withdrawals that you can ever fucking imagine. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. So that was like, I feel like that was it for me. You know what I mean? That was like a big wake up call for me, because I'm like, I'm about to fucking die. You know what I mean? That was a real wake up call for me. But whew, that was a lot to say. But now that was in March, or the end of February. It's now May, and I've been clean all this time. I'm doing well. I drink beer, but that's not really a problem for me. I'm still fighting a good fight, man. I'm still trying to beat this shit. I mean, I'm never gonna beat it, but I can keep it under keep a hold on it, and not, try not to go back down that path. That was the story. I saw a lot of comments trying to see an update on my progress, and I'm still here, still fighting. You know what I mean? Trying to make the best of life. Hopefully I can stay on top of it and not, go backwards and, climb up this fucking mountain just to fall back down it again. Just to jump off it again. I do it all the time. We do it all the time. We climb, fight, struggle to get to the top. And then when we get there, we just jump back off. Peace.